What's up, y'all, and welcome back to my channel, Vibe with Keke. Hey! So if you're new to my channel, you can expect anything from girl talks, vlogs, and shopping hauls because your girl is a very big shopaholic. That's what I like to do. So I'm really trying to make this a one-stop shop for you all. So when you come here, you absolutely love it and you can find something that it is that you love to watch. So if you are new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. And while you're there, go ahead and make sure that post notification bell is turned to on. So therefore, you will be alerted once your girl do come back on with some more videos. If you are already a part of this and you are subscribed to my channel, welcome back, welcome back. I really do appreciate you guys. So, as y'all seen by that title and that thumbnail, you kind of already know what it's given and what's going on today. Yeah, so just like that, today we're going to be jumping into some relationship 101 advice. And today's topic is, how do you know when your relationship is over? Finito. It's over, okay? So, first up, I would like to say, now I am not an expert or an expertise and all of that. I am speaking from my own personal experiences and from some things that I learned and picked up on, and now that's what I go by. So, anytime when you're dealing with a relationship always has its ups and downs, right or wrong. Okay, so every relationship always go through those problems, and there's just things, that happens. So one thing that we always tend to ask ourselves is it worth it, or how do I just know when it's over? Okay, so let's go ahead and dig off into that. So number one, this is a way to tell, or you can kind of tell what way your relationship is headed. If there's no emotional contact. Now, to be off in a relationship, you know that there has to be some kind of emotional connection, because without it, it's like everything else just crumbles down, right around. Okay? So, no emotional contact. That's pretty much, when you first meet your partner or whoever you're with right now, and you see them and you just get that butterfly feeling and you're in the pit of your stomach and you're just head over heels, or that famous saying, I know y'all done heard this before too, you're wrapped around the finger. Yeah, so when that spark is gone, and it doesn't matter how much or how hard you try to work at getting it back up, and it just keeps dwindling down like it's been drenched in water and it just won't stay lit, or whatever the case is, that is a sign that the emotional connection is just not there. Also, to go along with that is, if you're not able to feel vulnerable and open with your partner and to be able to easily communicate, yeah, something is not right about that. Now, it's not necessarily saying that it's over, but it's heading in that direction if you two don't try to figure out what it is that's going on, or what it is, or how to get that spark back, if it makes sense. So, overall, in a relationship, both of you should be able to feel open, vulnerable. You should be able to share your thoughts, your opinions, even your feelings. And if that seems to be a problem and the spark is gone, it's just gone, and maybe it is time to move on. Number two, if the intimacy doesn't appeal to you anymore. Now, I know when we hear the word intimacy, the first thing that always comes to mind is sex. Intimacy is not all about sex, okay? Intimacy could be anything between just chilling, getting that personal time with them, cuddling, kissing, touching, holding. You get what I'm saying? So if there's none of that, or if you look at your partner like, oh my gosh, like, why are you here? Or they touch you and you're like, ew, don't touch me. That is a sign to slow it down and just see where this is going, because that's not a good sign. There's no passion, there's no desire, you're just no longer interested. That is a sign that something is wrong in the relationship. And to be quite honest, I've been in situations like this, and that's just a sign that something is just not clicking. You know, what's not clicking? So, in a relationship, what that means or what that kind of reflects is the health and the longevity of a relationship. So if you don't have that intimacy, and of course, like I said, it's not all about the sex, but that does play a role in it too. I mean, if none of that is going on, you can't stand the sight of them. Everything they do disgust you or irritate you. You don't want to be held. You don't want to cuddle. It's like, ew. Number 3. So this one here is hard to agree. So now, I'm not saying, over the petty things, like if he wants a full cup of water and you only want half a cup of water. I'm not saying that type of levelness on the pettiness, okay? I'm just saying that it's hard to agree on things. You don't see eye to eye. And yes, in a relationship, there's going to be times where you have your disagreements, you have your ups and downs, and it feels like you're just on this wild roller coaster. But if you find yourself having more disagreements and not able to agree or compromise or come to some kind of solution, then yes, that is a sign that your relationship is on that road to being over. Most of the times when people are not able to see eye to eye or it's hard to agree on things in a relationship, what does that normally lead to? An argument. And then that argument can turn into physical abuse, emotional abuse, verbal abuse. It leads to anger. So most definitely, if you are in a situation like that and your situations become violent, that right there, I would advise you to go ahead and get out of it. The relationship is over at that point. But just going back to everything being hard to agree on, you can't figure out this, you can't compromise on that. So yeah, that is a sign that your relationship is not headed into the right direction, because there's no reason to be sitting here having more bad days than you do have good days when you're supposed to be in a relationship and be as one. Number 4. So number 4 is no trust. I mean, that is right up there with the emotional connection. Trust is one of the things that helps us build this relationship. Trust is having that foundation. It's setting and laying down that foundation for you in your relationship. So without having that trust, what is the reason? Like, what is the purpose of everything? Not having any trust in your partner or what they're doing or what they have going on leads to a lot of questions. And it's like, is it worth it? What is this about? What's going on? Are you really going there? Or did you really go do that? So having no trust in a relationship, it's like it might as well not be a relationship at all. Depending on what broke your trust in your relationship, because that could be caused by numerous things. But I know the main one is for infidelity. Like you either stepping out on your partner or your partner stepping out on you. But when you make that decision to decide to stay, all of that need to be laid to rest. It's not something that you want to keep continuously having to bring up. And neither would you want to have to sit here and listen to someone keep bringing up, what you did. So trust is one of those really big things, and it really plays a huge factor in being in a relationship, because you have to be able to trust who you're with. It's not easy. It's not easy, but it's something that we freely give until it's taken away. And then once it's taken away, it's hard to rebuild that. So if there's no trust in your relationship, that is a clear sign that the relationship is over. Number 5, different interests. Now, I'm not saying like he likes mashed potatoes with gravy and you like mashed potatoes with no gravy. We ain't talking about that. So when you're in a relationship, and I know y'all are probably tired of hearing me say relationship, but hey, that's what we're talking about, right? So when you are having these different interests there's nothing adding up there, it's another one of those what's not clicking. You know what I'm saying? So how can you be with someone if you don't have anything in common? You can't get on the same page. You have different interests. See a lot of this coming up with like your goals, dreams, kids. Like when you first meet someone, it could be that one person doesn't want to have children, but you want to have children. And so later on down the road, if you decide to get off into that relationship, what does that do? Because in reality, you want kids, this person doesn't. You would like to buy a house by the time that you're such and such age, but this person doesn't care whether they rent the rest of their life. You know, it's just different interests. There's no same things that you like to do, like far as hobbies or going places or doing certain things. It's like everything is just different. So it's like two people trying to work as one, and it just ain't cutting. So yeah, like I said in the beginning, relationships, they are like a roller coaster. Like there's so many ups, downs, twists, turns, and you just have to know at the end of the day, you know, this that I'm in, is it something that I enjoy being in? I mean, if you have to constantly worry and think and, you know, just feel less of yourself, then that's a clear sign, because a relationship is not meant to be stressful. It's meant to something that becomes a part of you, becomes a part of your life, and something that is going to help you grow. Now, I'm not saying that it's supposed to just be perfect, because here with me, there's no such thing as perfect, okay? Let's just say that. There's no such thing as perfect. Everything is going to have its ups and downs. But if it's something that cannot be worked out, please, please, please do not settle for less than you are worth. And that's just what it is with relationships. Like I said, this was 5 of the things that I came up with. Like I said, I learned them through my own personal experiences, and this is just something that I kind of look for. Now, there's plenty other ways to tell and plenty other signs out there. Trust me, if y'all want to know more or would like to see a part 2 of this, please let me know down below in the comment section. Also, if you enjoyed this content, because your girl do have something else coming up here too. But if you enjoyed this content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And while you're down there, make sure that post notification bell is on so that you will be in on these talks that we are having. And if y'all have any feedback, questions, solutions, whatever, feel free to drop that down below in the comment section. Run it up, run it up. And until further ado, peace.